guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a very exciting video. I have some big news to announce to you guys, and that is I'm pregnant. So it has been such a journey this past couple months or so. There's just been so many emotions, so much going on, but I'm happy to finally sit down and share it with you guys. So I did film a couple clips of some of the moments where I first found out. I didn't film too much this time just because I honestly didn't really I did plan this, but I didn't expect it to happen so quickly, and I don't know, I just didn't film as much as I did in the month of December. So I do have some clips that I'll be inserting into this video, but I just wanted to come on here and share my story of how we found out the news. So to start off, I'm going to rewind all the way back to the month of December when I found out I was pregnant and had a miscarriage. I'm not going to go into detail about that because I do have a whole different video talking about that story. So after I had the miscarriage and everything pretty much went back to normal with my body, me and my husband decided that we were actually going to try to have a baby, actually really try, which was the first time that we've ever decided to do that in our relationship. I will be explaining more about how we tried to conceive and how I got pregnant in a separate video because that's a whole different topic. We decided to fully try, and basically I was just kind of waiting for ovulation to happen after my miscarriage. So I was tracking that. I was taking some different products and stuff. I switched my prenatals and was just really taking care of my body. And I honestly did not expect to get pregnant this fast. It was such a total shock, but also such a blessing, and I'm so grateful. I officially got a positive ovulation test on January 5th. It was such a happy moment to know that my body was going back to normal and that I successfully ovulated. So after that happened, obviously we were trying. From the moment that I got that positive ovulation test until I got a positive pregnancy test, I definitely was already from the get-go starting to suspect that something was different. I thought I was crazy, and I thought it's just my body kind of adjusting back to normal after having a miscarriage, and I'm just reading into things too much, and there's no way that I'm pregnant or that I should even suspect it that early on. But I definitely was feeling a little bit different. Alright guys, it is exactly 1 month, to the day today, since I had my miscarriage, and we decided that we were gonna start trying right away. And I know it's way too soon and crazy to even kind of say out loud right now, but I've been having some symptoms again that are definitely pregnancy symptoms, and I feel I might be, and I know that's so crazy to say that so quickly after having a miscarriage, but I don't know. I feel my body's been super off, and maybe it's because of that, but I don't know 100%. I took a test and it was actually negative, but I am technically only 9 days past ovulation today, so I might wait 3 days and see if anything changes. I've been super tired and have just felt kind of off, mostly just really tired, pathetic tired. So I don't know. Like I said, I took a test and it was negative. I'll show you guys. So this is the test that I took this morning. I took it first thing this morning. Like I said, 9 days past ovulation. I'm gonna start documenting all these, but it's definitely negative. So I'm probably gonna wait a couple days and take another one. So the first thing that kind of made me believe that I was pregnant again before I even took a test was that I thought that I actually felt the implantation process, which I've never felt before. So this is my 4th pregnancy. I have a daughter and I've had 2 miscarriages. And during those pregnancies, I've never felt anything that I suspected was implantation. I was laying in bed one night and it was 10 o'clock at night. I think I was scrolling through a TikTok trying to go to sleep. And I felt this kind of pinching, sharp. It wasn't really painful though. So when I say sharp, it almost felt like a needle or something pricked me and was pulling right where my uterus was from the inside. And it was kind of it almost happened in a stutter like motion, I guess. So like I felt it and then it would kind of like go like this, and it happened for like a minute or so, and then it went away. And I was like, what the heck was that? So of course I went in Google because that's what I do. And that's exactly how they describe the implantation process. Obviously, everybody's bodies are different and everybody experiences different things, but that's what I experienced. And after that, I was just like, so like, I need to know if I'm pregnant or not. I had that in the back of my head. And then I believe that was like January 10th. And then January 13th, which was actually the day that my mom came into town for my birthday, I started feeling like extremely tired, as well as bloated. Being bloated is like the #1 thing that I suspect when I'm pregnant. That's what happened with Harper. That's what I vividly remember about my pregnancy in the month of December. That's what made me really think that I was pregnant, along with having to pee a lot more. So I started feeling a little bit bloated. I had more frequent trips to the bathroom, and I also was just very tired, like very lethargic, I don't like using the word lazy, but I just like didn't really want to do a lot of things that I normally do. Instead of being kind of productive during Harper's nap times, I found myself laying in bed watching TV and just like unable to function. Mom came into town. I kind of like told her a little bit of how I was feeling, and she obviously knew we were trying. And so January 14th, which was actually my birthday, I decided to take a test, and that test was actually negative. I took it first thing in the morning just because I wanted to know. And during this like 2-week wait time from the time I ovulated until I was supposed to get an answer from a pregnancy test, I decided to basically treat my body as if I was already pregnant. So I cut out alcohol. I wasn't eating the same things that I normally eat. I was eating really healthy, avoiding foods that you're not supposed to eat when you're pregnant. I wasn't even exercising. I was just like very careful. Kind of wanted to know if I was pregnant or not, because I'm like, okay, if I'm not pregnant, then I can have a drink on my birthday. But I got a negative test, and like I said, I still kind of had that suspicion. I wasn't completely sold, so I decided to just play it safe and act like I'm pregnant. I didn't drink on my birthday. I ordered medium well steak, which is something that I never do. So January 15th, which was the day after my birthday, I was actually having dinner with a friend, and we both had just gone through a miscarriage, and we were both trying to get pregnant. So we were kind of like talking about everything, and I was like telling her like my symptoms. As we were like eating dinner, I just started feeling more and more like I was pregnant. I'm like, it's probably just because we're talking about it. It's literally all in my head. As we were sitting there, I swear like my symptoms were getting stronger, and that's when I started to notice like my boobs were hurting a lot more than, actually they never hurt. So for me, that's another reason why I was super suspicious. Like as I was sitting there, I was just like, everything was starting to kind of like amplify. I got home, it was probably like 10 o'clock at night, which you're not really supposed to take a pregnancy test that late at night, but I decided to take one. I took the test. I immediately looked at it after like a minute or two, and it said negative. So I threw it away. I went to go wash my makeup off, and after I did that, I was just like thinking as I was washing my face, you should go look at the test again. And I'm usually the kind of person, when I take a test, I don't go and look at it again to make sure there was a line. I usually believe it if it says negative, but something inside of me was telling me to go look at it again. So I went back in, I looked at it, and sure enough, there was a faint line, literally the most faint line you can ever see. And I have like clips of that I can show you guys. Okay, so it's literally 2 days later since I took the first one, and I don't know why I did this last night, but I just really felt like I was pregnant last night. Like I was so sure of it in my head. I got home at like 10 o'clock, and I don't even know why I did this, but I decided to take a test, which is this one right here. And I took it, and it said negative. Like it looked the same as this one that I took 2 days ago. 3 minutes later, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go look at it. I don't know why. I've never done that before. If I've gotten a negative, I've never went back into the trash and looked at it, but I did. And there's like the most faint line. I'm pretty sure you can pick it up on camera. And then this morning, like I couldn't sleep, so I woke up at like 3 a.m. And I took another one, and there's another faint line right there. Woke up like normal at 7, and I took another one, and it's like still kind of faint. So I'm not sure. I was Googling all morning, and I heard that you can get like a faint line that's like I forgot what it's called, not the control line, but something else, and you might not really be pregnant. So I'm trying not to get too excited, but that's crazy. Like, it's crazy like how much 1 day difference makes. Like, that's so negative, and that's like a faint line. So I'm probably gonna keep testing every single day and see, and I might go to the store today and buy like the first response ones and see, because I feel like those are super accurate. But it was like almost like unbelievable, but I'm like, that's definitely a positive line. And I just took that at 10 o'clock at night, and I took one yesterday morning. Like, how? Over in the next couple days or so, I decided to keep testing. I just kind of wanted to compare all the tests and watch the line get stronger. So I decided to test every single day. And as I was testing, I think I tested the 16th, and then 17th, I kept getting like a faint line, a faint line, a faint line. And it was kind of starting to get a little bit stronger, but nothing like super bold and obvious. So I was still trying to convince myself, like, you're not actually pregnant, like it could just be a mistake, don't get too excited. But I decided to go to the store on, I think it was the 17th, and actually buy the first response test, because I trust those a lot more than the little test strips that I had. We went, we got the tests, and I took them, and that's when I fully believed that I was actually pregnant. All right, so I'm in my bathroom, so the lighting's kind of bad in here. I went to Target yesterday and bought like the first response ones, and I took that one along with the other ones that I was using. So I also don't know if this is like TMI or whatever. Instead of just like peeing on it, I've been like doing it in a cup and testing, because I feel like that's a little bit more accurate, because I actually messed up a test last time I was pregnant because of that way. So I just flipped the camera around because it wasn't focusing. So this is the test from this morning of the little ones that I have been testing from Amazon. And then this was the first response. So I feel like now it's like actually real, because I bought like a good quality test. So I'm probably gonna keep testing like every day. I don't know why, I just feel like it's not really feeling real to me yet. Like, it's so crazy. That is when I got this positive test, and I was just like freaking out. Basically took all the tests until I was 22 days past ovulation, and that's when I wanted to get the test line to be stronger than the control line, which meant that my hormones were very, very high. Once we got the positive test on the first response one, I actually told my mom the day that I got that faint line, because she was here, and I was just like freaking out so bad. I was like, see, I'm not crazy, I'm pregnant, that's why I'm acting so tired. So I told her literally the day that I saw the test, that Friday night. My mother-in-law actually came into town a few days after that, so we decided to tell her as well. I didn't film any of this. I wanted to, I had the intention to, but I didn't. We just kind of kept it to ourselves. So we got Harper a big sister t-shirt, and we had her walk out in it. It definitely takes people like a moment to kind of like put that together, but that's how we told my mother-in-law. And then we FaceTimed my dad and sister. We had Harper wear the same shirt, and they figured it out. And then we also decided to announce it to our close friends as well here in Florida. This time around, just because of my history, I definitely wanted to announce it a little bit earlier to close friends and family to have that support. And it was definitely nice to kind of like get that weight off, not waiting to announce it. So I'm not gonna go too much into first trimester symptoms and all of that. I will have a separate video on that once I get past the first trimester. Right now, I am currently 11 weeks and 0 days. I just turned 11 weeks today. I turn a new week every Friday. I can't tell you guys how exciting it is to get to 11 weeks. It was actually last week when I got to 10 that I just felt like this sense of relief. We actually announced our pregnancy with Harper when I was 10 weeks. One of the reasons why I haven't really been posting a lot of videos before this is because my symptoms have just been crazy. I started getting really, really nauseous around the time when I took that positive test. I found out I was pregnant the exact day that I would have been 3 weeks. So 3 weeks, 0 days, it was a Friday. I found out I was pregnant. And since then, it's just been such a roller coaster. I've been so nauseous. As of now, it's been a little bit better, but it'll be like some days I'll feel a little bit better, and then the next day I'll just be completely nauseous all day. So it's literally all over the place. It's been hard to post and film and do certain things. Like I said, I'm 11 weeks and I've already had my first ultrasound. I actually have another doctor's appointment next week, and then another ultrasound, and after that I will be announcing. So you guys will obviously see this after I have announced it, and I just wanted to feel a lot more myself before I announced it as well, just because I've been feeling so physically sick, which is so not like me to not be able to have like energy and stuff to do things. So I just kind of wanted to feel myself again before I announced it, and there was just like a few things that I wanted to plan and do before I announced it as well. And I think the timing of everything this time was absolutely perfect for us. With all that being said, I definitely have so many videos planned for you guys. Getting pregnant this quickly after a miscarriage is definitely a little bit scary. I definitely was in a not like negative, but just kind of like a weird headspace for a while after I first found out, just because it was like hard to wrap my head around it because it just happened so quickly, and we had family in town, and it was just like so hard to fully process everything that had just happened. It's definitely been such a roller coaster of emotions and just everything, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's just been such a roller coaster. I'm so happy that I finally get to share the news with you guys. Like I said, stay tuned for a lot of really exciting videos coming up over the next few months, really. I have so many things planned. The downtime where I wasn't filming or doing much, I was planning a lot of stuff for you guys. So stay tuned for that. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you guys are excited to see pregnancy content again. And then make sure you guys are subscribed and turn on your notifications, which, like I said, there will be a lot of new videos coming out. So thank you so much for watching. I'm excited to take you guys along this pregnancy journey with me, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!